Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. And I guess I will wait till I see you guys here before I extend my greetings. Otherwise, I'd be talking to myself. So, on that note, we will wait till I see you guys join me. I see there are two of you there. I wonder where you are tuning in from. And if the resolution and the frame and the voice is carrying through okay. If anyone who's there, please let me know if everything looks okay from your point of view. I had to fix Goku. Hello Russell, how are you? From UK, great. Okay, great, thank you Russell. So, how was your past week? While people are joining us, we can chit-chat about almost anything before we get to really meat of the questions. Ranjini, hello dear. Misbahul Islam, how are you? It's been a while since I've seen you here. I hope everything is good and fine for you. Hello Robert. London, great. UK seems to be a place where there are lots of interest is expressed for our talks, and it's wonderful to see all the good people that we can have a chat with. I hope you have your tea or coffee in front of you, so we will have another 1 hour of pleasant chit-chat in regards to matters of mind, thoughts, consciousness, fears, desire, and ego, matters about your breakups, relationships, challenges that you may be facing with, or how things are and what you're doing to negotiate your daily lives. And that would be pretty much sums up what we usually do here every Saturday on my Facebook page, Mind That Seeks Truth, and of course on Sundays on the Amazing Things in the World Facebook page, which is same time, only a day difference. Hello Prince, good to see you. Let me see if I have to do any changes here, any fix-ups here. Ranjini from India, yes. Yes, I know it's 12 midnight and I'm very thankful that you have found the time to join us. I know it's pretty late there. It's always late somewhere. Like right now it's about 11:30 or so in here, Vancouver, and East Coast is 3 hours ahead of us. It's like 2:30. Then Australia is 17 hours, so that'd be like about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. And so there's always somebody who's going to sacrifice, and I guess these days India is 12 a.m. Misbah asks, how do you deal with your bad times? You know, really, bad times pretty much means the same as saying bad thoughts, because time is thought. A thought is time, and we've discussed that before. And there is one of my videos on YouTube that says, what is time? And then in that I have explained what I just said here. But in short, you know that when you are thinking about something, therefore if you're thinking about a memory, always thoughts are based on how your consciousness is put together. It rises, it is formed from the field of the known, which is field of the known is expression about the contents of consciousness, the stuff that you know, you've been aware of. And thoughts always comes from consciousness, and therefore means you're thinking about a memory, and memory always is the past. Therefore, time that you are really thought that you have, your really memories that you're really thinking, has taken you to a different time. So when you tell me what do you do about bad times, pretty much is the same as saying you're in a moment of life, you've gone somewhere in your mind, think about certain memories, which means you're in a different time, which means you're in a different thought. So in fact, it is not bad times, it's bad thoughts. So if we can get that, then therefore there's no longer mystic for you that it is a time, it is the life that is bad, it is the time that things are bad. It's not I have no control on it because it's time, it's events, there are things to do with life. But really, whatever is happening, short of health matters and so on, it's all about how you thinking that makes you how you feeling. So bad times really is bad thoughts. Now, let's talk about what is the issue then. The issue could be maybe relationship, not a good job or money, and the way you perceive it, the way you run with this, what is happening, and you make up things and become scared and frightened and see consequences that hasn't even happened yet. You create anxiety, and suddenly that what was just one of the challenges of life becomes a bad time, a scary thing, a difficult thing to handle, and leaves that expression of, you know, negativity or bad time and so on. So let me know if that can help you, because really often when you look into really the issue, you will see it's not the issue, it's how you're thinking about it, how you've been conditioned to perceive the issue, whatever it is, that suddenly is something terrible, which it doesn't have to be. So that's as much as I can respond to that question, and perhaps it'll be more clear later on. So now next we have Roberts. Says, Mehran, you're the man. Okay, thank you, Robert. Honestly, sir, I went through some bad breakup. Let's see, I lost it. I went through bad breakups, and without your videos, plus the VIP videos, I wouldn't be this way now. I feel fresh and clean from sad minds. Thank you, sir. Well, you're so welcome. I think I will hire you for I would have to ask you to be my my promotional manager. With what you just said, you advertised quite well for my YouTube channel, plus the site and the VIP membership in the site, which has the videos that are not necessarily published on YouTube. And it has a nominal fee that everybody can join. I think it's $2-3 a month, or $22 for the whole year, or something like this. Very nominal. But these are videos that are not on YouTube, and they're a little different. And so you also talked about how it's been helpful to your relationship, to your breakup, and I'm delighted. I also want to let you guys know, I don't know if you already know or not, that today, I mean not today, but this month is pretty much about the same time that we started these live talks a year ago. And we have been having live talks every week on the amazing things in the world, which was graciously put together, administered by the good people of WikiFeed, my extended family in India. And they have created this opportunity for us to have a chat on that Facebook page, which reaches over 5 million people. And we've had this time together, and then later on I added an extra talk on Saturdays on my own Facebook page, which is the one that we are talking now on. And this has gone for 1 year now. And because of that, as you all know, if the ones who have gone on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, you've seen there are a few books that I've written, and you can see the table of contents of the books and read a sample chapter of the books. And you have the video of the seminars that I've done in universities or wherever it was. And you can see the, 10-minute portion of sample of that video as well. And then if you see you like it, then you can purchase it and so on and benefit from all these things that are there. And of course you all know that there is a consultation that I do on Skype all around the world every day, depending on who goes on the site and makes an appointment, and so we can chat on the issues that they have on Skype. Now, because of this 1 year anniversary, I have on the site, you will see that the paper books are from $80 to $108, depending on which book, which of course you all might have seen. The books are this one, which is this one is Transient Thoughts and Me. I don't know if you can see it. And the other one is Me, My Psyche and I. And then of course this one, the Breakup Pain Handbook, which these are all paper and they are heavy, so when I ship them, there's a shipping charge, so it comes to a hefty price, $80 and $108 and so on. However, I turned them all into ebooks, and to make it very cheap for everyone who would like to benefit from it and not to have to bear the costs, and it would be fast and quick. And they were something around $26 or $34. Because of this anniversary, I have brought all the ebooks prices to very, very nominal, like from $34, $26, they're now $4.99, $5.99, and $6.99, as a way to encourage you to get these ebooks and read them and address your issues and become the person who can answer your own questions. So you don't have to always hope somebody else will bring the answer. You will know how your psyche works. You will know how the relationship is. You know why you think the way you do, the way you feel the way you do. And these are all would be helpful if you read these books. And now the fee is so nominal that everybody can afford. So again, this is no longer a economic promotion. It's actually the way that I know many of you, especially from countries that the currency difference between US dollar and your currency is rather hefty, so even $26 or $34 seems a different number there. So I've now made it so small that in any currency, anywhere, $4 or $5 or $6 is very nominal, so you can all benefit from it and get it. So I recommend you to take advantage from this limited time offer that I've put. I will keep it as long as I can, and get these ebooks and enjoy them that way. So perhaps that would be something we can celebrate all together. It's a token of appreciation of your patronage and your kindness and being with me and supporting the channel, and also something that you guys are benefit from as well because of the fees that have been reduced so drastically. So 1 year anniversary is on the go, and I'm delighted to be here again. And now let's get back to our questions, which is already filling up, and that's delightful. So, next one is Prince says, my parents have been in a very unhealthy relationship, but all of us still live inside the same house. This story is too long to say right now because this talk is for everyone and not just for me. Yeah, but perhaps we all can benefit. Let's see. A few days ago, I found out in secret that my dad's been seeing someone else. Well, obviously, this is now interesting for everybody. It's like a soap opera, but we can all learn from it. First of all, right here, I want you to realize, don't panic. Nothing has happened. Okay, these things happen, and we'll see what the rest is. Then he says, I lost him. So it says, the life stays too long because it's okay. The story is too because this is like for everyone and not just for me. Okay, so I'll make the long story short. He says the whole thing took around 2 decades long, but essentially my mom and dad are very close to separation, but they still live in the same house for the sake of the children, like me. A few days ago, I found out in secret that my dad has been seeing someone else. None of my parents know that I know. If they're watching this, they now know now, but I doubt if they are, I guess. My mom does not know anything. What should I do? I am lost. Do I tell my dad? Do I tell my mom the truth? My mom's very fragile from all the harsh experiences she's undergone the past decade. I don't know if she can take the truth. What do I do? All I know is that you're a good man, thank you, who gives great advice, and that things like these won't stick forever, right? The ending will be bad. I just don't know what to do as a child. First of all, the fact that you're discussing this with me means you're not a child. You're very wise and very concerned, compassionate and caring. These are very good traits. However, this is not exclusive to you. This sort of situations, I'm sure, has happened and continuously happens for many families, and the children get to know about certain things that the other parent doesn't know, and they feel like, what do I do? Should I tell my mom? Should I tell my dad? Should I tell one of the parents that I know what's going on? Should I tell the other parents that this is what the other parents, dad or mom is doing? I suggest the best thing to do, you be focused on your life, do exactly what you always did, being a good son for both of them, extend love and kindness to both of them. Don't mention whatever you know, because information, knowledge is always limited. What you know may or not be the whole story, and whatever it is, you may or may not end up helping. You don't know what your mother would like to know or not know. You don't know why your dad is doing what he's doing. You don't know the relationship between your mom and dad. It's not like they are still the same lovey-dovey as they were, before you were born. Many things happens through this journey, and they all react towards the challenges differently. I'm not saying what your dad or mom is doing good or bad. This is not the intention or the focus of this conversation. The focus is that the knowledge is limited. You do not know everything. You don't know how your father feels. Maybe that is the way for him to keep everything together. You don't know what your mother would prefer. Maybe she would prefer not to know, but at the same time he has created some kind of a maybe relationship, better or worse. Somehow she's handling it. All I'm saying is that you don't know everything. So the best thing you can do is to be the good son that you've always been. Focus on your life, attend to your business, attend to your studies, do your best, and be there for them when they ask for it, when you see they need it. But do not divulge information from one parent to the other. And tomorrow your mother may have a secret or some feelings that she, whether it's about a romantic feeling about anybody or not, that's not the point. The point is that maybe she doesn't want something that she confides in you to be taken out somewhere else so your father will know, or vice versa. So your role would be to be there supporting them, but not tell on each other something you have found out, okay? But you have no mandate to start judging it and creating some kind of a story. Let them figure this out for themselves. Let's say you tell your mom, what is going to be the perception of your mom about your dad? That she would think that your dad would have never told her if you would have not told your mom, which then your mom would have confronted your dad. So your dad would have a hard time to bring trust to your mom or to justify why he didn't want to say it. Could be many reasons. And if you don't tell her and she finds out, she's not going to say, well, why didn't you tell me? Because that is not between you and your mom. That's between your dad and your mom. That's a separate relationship. Do not become your mom's father, and do not become your dad's mother or father. This relationship is between them. It's a romantic relationship, husband and wife. They would have to deal with it. If your dad doesn't want to tell your mom something, it's his shortcomings or decision, whatever it is. Your mom the same. And if they do, it should be happening between them by themselves, not by an outside force which would actually muddy the water, but create certain kind of a distrust between them, that what if this wouldn't have come out? Would you ever would have told me? Maybe your dad will tell her. Maybe it's a way he's dealing with things. Whatever it is, I don't think you should be looking for any brownie points here or thinking that it's your duty to go and become a spy for this one or for that one. This is not about what your dad is doing or is right or wrong. It's about your role. Your role is to be a son. Love your mom and love your dad. Whatever your dad or mom doing to each other does not take away your respect for them, unless they're being abusive, in certain, way that, you all know. So leave that alone. Do your things and be loving and respectful to your father. It's a different business and different matter what he's doing. It has nothing to do with your respect and your appreciation for how they have been treating you. The same thing, your love and respect for your mother. It doesn't matter what she's going through or maybe she hates your dad. Maybe she's done something that has pushed your dad that way. Maybe not. Maybe your dad being, has a certain need, or your dad being unreasonable, or, doing something that he's not supposed to do. It's between the two of them. You don't know enough, therefore don't create something that you can't remedy. Let the nature take its course. Maybe this would be a bump and they will talk it over and they will, calm down and reconcile. Who knows? Okay, now. So Mohit says, Sir, I'm preparing for an exam. Good. I have failed in it a number of times. Good. That means you're now much better than before. Because of that, my morale is down. No. What do you think you are? Aristotle? Sir Isaac Newton? Why do you expect so much of yourself? Are you the only one that fails in tests? Everybody fails in tests, different kinds. Everybody. There's no exception. But test is such a silly thing that it's not recognition of your intelligence, smarts, or capabilities. It's just a way they want to gauge and put you in a different category, or if you can go to the next certain level or not, and it's all nonsense. But now that you're in this system, just do your best. Read it again, and then again, and again, and again, and stop focusing on reading to pass the test. Read to see what it says. What's the content? What does it mean? Read to learn, not to pass a test. Read to understand. Study to understand. Analyze. Think about it. Have fun with it. And get the concept, not memorize it. That may take a little time, but invest a little bit more time and enjoy learning. And then, if you fail again, well, no problem. Take it again until you will pass, because that one time that you will pass, wow, what a good feeling. So, with that in mind, do what you're doing. Focus on the finish line and travel through to the finish line because of what's awaiting for you at the finish line. What's awaiting for you is that elation, that feeling of, I got it. I don't care if I failed 100 times, I got it. And that feeling of I got it is enough for you to go at it 1,000 times. It doesn't matter. Your morale has nothing to do with failing. Failing is good because it's a step toward prevailing. So, failing is part of learning. Not a problem. Should not have anything to do with your morale. Morale should be high. Why? Because you are doing something and you're failing. The one who is not doing anything and failing, the one who's not even taking the test, that's the one who should have a low morale, because it's not brave enough to take that challenge. So, rest assured, you're fine, you're great, and your morale should be, you should be very proud of yourself that you're not giving up. That's the spirit. Doing everything and passing, it's good, it's great, it's wonderful. But the fact that you fail and you keep going at it, that's the spirit of not giving up. That's what a successful man needs. And that's how you're going to be successful. Keep doing it. Don't worry about it. Well, should you change your field or stay focused? But I don't know enough about your interests and your courses that you're taking, or what this course is about at all. We're talking general. And that what I said stays for any general subject of this matter of taking tests and so on. But as far as if you change your field, I'm sure there are advisors at your school, if you're in university. You can talk with them and discuss and see what your interests are and go after your interest, what you love to do. Or sometimes you may find this is difficult, but you will actually learn it and then you become really good at it. You never know, and you don't know. So these are not really enough to decide should you change it or not. First of all, find out, why are you studying this field? Is it because everybody else is doing, or they say, oh, this is good, brings good job, brings good money, or is it because you love it? If you're doing it only for money, that's going to be neither here nor there. You may or may not be very good at it. And if you're not good at something, you won't make that much money. I don't care what kind of a field it is that you happen to, study and get your degree in. But if it's something that you like, and therefore you can become really good at it, and that's where the money is, when you're good at something. So, do your best, and then talk to your advisors, and then I'm sure they can help you even more. So, Ranjini says, hello sir, hi sir. My friend has a problem with her mother, where her mother always have a bad intention on her, like on her. So I take it your friend is a lady and she has a problem. Excuse me, I don't know, something is she has a problem with her mother, and her mother have always bad intentions on her, like having relationships, etc. How should she handle this problem? Ranjini, I really don't understand the actual question because it's very general. I don't really know exactly like what kind of bad intention her mother has for her. When you say like having a relationship, who? The mother having relationship, or the mother doesn't want her to have any relationship? Make it clear, and then I'll get back to you so I understand the question better. Louise says, hi there, hello dear. I still need to send you that. I never forgot about you, Louise. I don't think that I forgot about you. Because horses are very important to me. And once in a while, I said, she must have just said something. And spare the moment. But it was very kind, I appreciate it. You don't have to send that artwork to me, dear. It was very kind of you to say it. I appreciate it, but you're under no obligation to do that. I just love horses. In fact, recently I have been in touch with a group of my younger riders that we all were trained under the same master, who was one of the top graduates of military school of riding in Saumur, France. And we are all helping together when one of the students spearheaded and started a whole project of appreciation and recognition of his services throughout his life in the training riders and horses in the world. And this Saumur has, after studying and carefully examining, they're elated and delighted to recognize our master colonel, who is now passed many years ago. And so we are all preparing to see what we can do to make that ceremony have a good remembrance of him. So this is the extent of my interest in riding and horses. So if you can and you're not sending it, I'm going to send a horse in your dream to remind you. So now let's see what is your question here, if you have one. She says, I still she says, I still keep losing you. She says, where are you? I still need to send you that horse artwork as a thank you for your helping so many people. Okay, thank you. I haven't forgotten about it. Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. Okay. I'm just studying a MFA degree and swamped. Okay. Excuse accepted. Stop now. You get me through so much in my life. You got me through so much in my life. I still keep to my word. Okay. Love from Scotland. Okay, Louise, no problem. It's wonderful to hear back from you. I'm delighted that you're doing so well and that you're over the challenge that you were dealing with. And again, you have no obligation to send me anything of your artworks. And it was just a good gesture, and I wish you well and hope that everything goes well for you, your studies and everything. And that's wonderful that you are here and participating in our talk. And I think she's laughing with me, and she says, "You helped me focus and be able to create these, so I am very grateful." Ah, you send me a link. I will look at them when the talk is over, for sure. Okay, good. That's for sure. Thank you very much for sending this link. I'm sure there's some beautiful artwork, and I look forward to look at them. So now, let's see. Abhishek says, why exactly to somebody have dream about an old ex when you don't even love them anymore? When you say dream, do you mean actually when you're sleeping and you dream of her? Or is it like you're thinking and hoping or fantasizing or something? If it's a dream at night that you sleep, well, you know, we are like a recorder. We record 24/7 things in our mind, in our brain. And sometimes the switch goes on and the recording plays, and you can see expressions, and you can see movies, you can see pictures which you didn't call for, but they're there because at random it can reflect by itself, and you choose to focus on them or not. But when you're sleeping, you don't have that choice to focus on them or pass by to the next page or next memory or next event, or, you know, change your thoughts. It just comes there and you happen to be experiencing it. So no big deal. It's not like something bad. So what if you think of her once in a while? So you do. Quickly you come back with it and you remind yourself why you actually are not together, the things that were not working out. Because we are always we're conditioned to remember good things, pleasant things in our relationship. Whenever you have a ex relationship, when you think of her or whoever you are, what your relationships are, if you think of your boyfriend or if you think of your girlfriend, whatever relationship that you had, when you think about the ex relationship, you will always remember the good things, the pleasant things. That's your propensity toward remembering, giving priority to those memories. And you think of the good times, laughters, and places you went, the intimacies, the holding hands, kissing, or whatever else. These would be what you would prefer to think, because that brings pleasure, and we prefer pleasure than pain. So you focus on the pleasure end of it, and when you remember that and not remind yourself of the bad stuff and the reasons that you guys broke up and it wasn't working and so on and so forth, then you think that it was all good, and you feed yourself more of that pleasurable memories that you have with the ex, and then it becomes a new reminder, a new conditioning, a new pictures, gives priority to bring this file of the good stuff, of the memories of the ex, bring it up from the hierarchy of the memory when they're all in their places, bring it in the forefront of your mind, and then you keep thinking about it more and more. And the more you think of something, the more it comes to your mind. So best thing is just to be busy with your other things, and if it once in a while it does come to your mind or to your dream, don't think of it much. Let's say, okay, it's part of my filing system, part of the stuff that I have in my memory, and it's there, so what? Just because I remember them randomly or for whatever reason, doesn't mean it should now be treated as if it means something. Now I have to pursue it, or I'm in love with her still. No, you just remember that it's pleasant and you liked it. That's it. Move on. Don't try to read too much into it. Yeah? So, Prince says, oh sir, that's true, but being my mom, she's the type to say that if I know the truth, she'd feel hurt that I didn't tell her, that I saw the message my dad said to the third party and that I found out myself. No, none of your business. If she says you got to tell the truth, it's about you, what you do. If she asks you where you were, you got to tell the truth. If she asks you, did you eat this or did you not eat this? Did you say this or did you not say this? Well, that's between you and her. That's the truth. But she's not, you're not supposed to be expected to, tattletale or spy on your dad or your mom to the other one. That's not your job. And if your mom expects that, that's her shortcoming. She shouldn't. She should leave you free for loving your father, respecting your father, and loving your mother, and respecting your mother the same. It's not your business to moderating or what's happening between them. You just say, if she hasn't asked you anything, if she asks you anything directly, say, Mom, I really prefer not to pay attention to whatever is going on between you and Dad any more than just wishing that both of you would love each other. So it's not important for me if I should pay attention to give you this information, that information, or the same thing to my father. I want to be just doing my own thing, be a good son for both of you. So whatever it is that you got to ask each other, how do I know? What do I know? And it's true. What do you know? You saw some kind of a message or text. You don't know the rest of it. So suddenly you want to be the judge for this text and you don't know what else gone between your mother and your father, but right now, this is what you want to do? Okay, so just be who you are and don't fall into that trap. Love them both, respect them both, and you don't have to, play that role that you're thinking they expect you to be. No, just do your life. Okay, what else do we have here? Louise is laughing with me. And Sagar says, what is your opinion about arranged marriage? Oh my goodness, yeah. How can we select our life partners if we do not know whether we are compatible? I'm from India, and arranged marriage are very common here. Choosing just based on looks seems very scary to me. Yeah, sure. But what guarantees that arranged marriage, whoever is arranging it for you, knows that you two are compatible? They don't know her. They don't know you. So what makes them to be the expert? Because they know each other's, your parents. The parents know parents. Or somebody knows somebody. But the main two people, which is you and the one that you want to get married or get to know, don't know each other. So it's stranger like anybody else is stranger. It's just certain kind of a similar upbringing or possibly things that you think are common. But how many marriages have been arranged and they still have a problem? So it's not like arranged marriage is a solution versus random marriage. They both have the same problems. The problem is not that it's arranged or not arranged. You found your partner or somebody else introduced you guys and decided for you. That's not the problem. The problem is the level of understanding of each other's consciousness. How is your consciousness put together? How is her consciousness put together? How are the conditionings through your life has taken place to form the content of your consciousness? What have you been exposed to? What is your background that you rely on? You separate yourself by religion and nationalities and dogmas and customs and rules, and each family have their own customs as well. So all of these are going to be interfering with you guys actually getting to know the real yourselves. You all get to know about each other's tradition and the way their families are and your castes and how you expect to be. But you don't know each other. That has to do with understanding each other's consciousness. And as long as you don't understand that together and be able to compromise and create a new order, each one of you has an order. When you get together, then your order interacts and interferes with your partner's order, way of doing things, way of living, and her order interacts with yours. And until you guys compromise and come up with a new order, you will have problems. So it's not about who arranged it or who didn't. It's about if you can understand each other's consciousness and tolerate compromise and create a new collective and common and compatible consciousness for both of you as much as possible, which is pretty much impossible. But at least you can try to bond and understand each other on the consciousness level. Not just looks. Yes, looks is not enough, but it has to be somebody that you like her look and she likes your look, and you have enough time to learn about each other and see if the consciousnesses are actually pleasantly compatible, or at least tolerating each other, or wanting to make this thing work or not. Otherwise, just saying that, oh, she doesn't look good, or she does look good, then that's enough or not enough. That's not enough. Still, what makes you tick, what makes her tick, how you guys really interact with each other, with life, negotiate life, these are all what makes a relationship work or not work. Not who has decided for you because they know better than you. Really? They know you better than you know you? To some extent, to a certain age, maybe. It's not because they know you, because they know how life is. But ultimately, you're the one who knows yourself, should know yourself much better than anybody else, and to be able to choose the right one for yourself. If you can separate your love and heat for that partner and focus on all her qualities, not just the feeling and the excitement for the intimacy that covers it all, doesn't let you really see who she is. If you can handle that, then you're the best person to choose for yourself, and the other ones as well. Now, perhaps this would be the time that you can take advantage from going on my site and take a look at the books and see which one of these books can help you to understand how your psyche works. Because when you understand how your psyche works, then you have a good chance to understand how the other person's psyche is put together. And on that basis, try to negotiate life, grow together, and understand why there are differences between you two. Not to say, oh, she's not accepting my opinion because she's different and she doesn't like me. No, it's normal for her not to, and it's normal for you not to, because your consciousnesses are put together differently. The way you understand things, perceive things are different. And these books perhaps can help you to understand your own psyche, and on that basis have a better chance to understand the other person's psyche and bond on the consciousness level. That would be a better choice that perhaps would work for both of you. Shireen says, hi Mehran, hello dear. My husband decided to leave because he says he's taking me for granted and is becoming a bad person for it. Therefore, he needs to focus on becoming a better person without me first. That's weird. Apparently, I am too nice, relaxed, and accommodating. No? The dream of every man, I guess. If that's the problem, I don't know what problem is it. So I am not helping him and making it worse. So I'm not helping him and making it worse. And according to him, I deserve better. I'm finding it hard to understand and move on. Don't try to understand. Just understand this. This is not working for you. And this is not a good situation. If you are, as you just described, compassionate, loving, caring, attentive, and all this, well, believe me, men really like that. But the men who actually seem like they don't like it, they will like it once they don't have it. Because it's like saying, I don't want to belong to a club that takes me as a member. The only reason that they don't want to belong to that club is because that club accepts them as a member. Now, your husband, or there's some men or some women, that when their partner is so wonderful, they think, oh, they're so wonderful because they're not much. Because I'm nobody. So if they really are wonderful to me, they're settling with me, and I know I'm nobody. That's their mentality of themselves. So therefore, they must be nothing. And if they're nothing, I don't want them. So sometimes you need to, unfortunately, think a little bit higher than yourself, and don't be like a doormat, ready there, whatever he wants. Hold him accountable to certain things and certain behaviors. Expect certain respect and certain attention, and certain focus on making things work and be pleasant to you as you're pleasant to him. And these sort of people may or may not telling you the truth that, oh, you're too good for me, and so on and so forth. It could be that they think because they're not much and you seem to like them and accept them, they don't want to be with somebody who accepts them because they think they're not much. Therefore, the person who accepts them herself is not much. She can't be much. And now, I don't want that is not much. I want something better. So it's a really silly way, but that's how it loops around their head. And of course, they will never find anybody, better than you, I guess. But this is where they are. So you need to simply think that what he's saying doesn't matter. What matters is that it's not working for you. This is not the kind of reciprocation that you expect. And therefore, don't try to analyze it. Don't try to intellectualize it. Just say, okay, you came, you saw the gold, you can't appreciate the gold, you have no use for it because you're not sophisticated enough to understand it. Therefore, bye-bye. I'll go find my own way. And go, build yourself. Build a life for yourself. Become self-sufficient. Become independent. I don't know if you have a job or not. Make sure you have a job. If not, go get trained and get a good job and become somebody that is going to choose a partner based on their behavior, their mentality, their outlook of life, not based on that you need someone to take care of you or you need someone to provide for you or things like that. And then you'll be in a better position to choose better, because you expect someone to understand your class and your commitment and your level and your quality, and that's the person you want to be with. If that person is not sophisticated enough to understand your level, then that is the one that you should be choosing. So first think of yourself highly, then choose someone who could respect you and reciprocate. Hope that will be something for you to ponder. Sagar says, sure sir, I will definitely check out the website. Thank you so much for everything you do. You're a wonderful person. My pleasure, Sagar. I appreciate it. So please, everyone, do yourself and me a favor. Do go on YouTube channel. There are over 511 or 12 videos there addressing matters of thoughts, consciousness, fears, desire, and ego, matters of relationships, breakups, why you feel the way you do, and all different scenarios, long videos, detailed videos, lectures and talks, and short ones, question by question, and you'll have all kinds of scenarios in there. And do please go on my Facebook page, and which you are, and share it with your friends to encourage them to also join us, to know that there is support available. and the kind of support that you guys are all enjoying. You've seen the videos and you've seen the books and you've seen our talks and the quality of the information that we exchange, and have them to know that there is support available and expose what we do here, and so they will know about our work. Also, please go ahead and take a look at the site, mindthatseekstruth.com. The link is right in one of the posts that I have on this Facebook page. And read the sample chapters of the books, table of contents, watch whatever is there for you to sample and watch, and also make sure to get one of these very nominally now priced ebooks that have done it special for the anniversary, because I really want you guys to be able to afford it and get it. Now, nobody can have an excuse that I want the book, but for our currency is becomes so expensive because it's in all US dollar. So these are very nominal. Maximum is $6.99. Now the, what is it? This one, the biggest one, the thickest one, the Breakup Handbook is $6.99, which was $34.99. And the actual paper is $108. And the other one, this Me, My Psyche and I, is $5.99. Ebook. The real paper is $80. And the same thing, Transient Thoughts and Me, is $4.99. And the regular is $80 again. These are really good opportunities, and these are really not necessarily a promotion for my benefit, because these prices are very nominal. By the time that PayPal gets something out of it and all this stuff, there's only a few dollars. So the point and focus is, this is an anniversary way of me thanking you and wanting you to have one of these ebooks and to see, enhance your library and have it there for your reference and read it and see how it can help you. Prince, what time do we have? Are we now close to our 1 hour, or have we passed? Where's my timekeeper? Prince, where are you? All right, then I'm gonna reach and find my own. I'm gonna open the. Let's see. There it is. 12:33. Okay, perfect, Prince. Thank you very much. This is actually Dallas says, thank you, Mehran. I will definitely be getting your ebooks. That's great, Dallas. That would be great. I would be delighted. Because I really want to share these books. I brought it so low because I want everybody to get it and share it, share the videos on your Facebook page, and let people know that the site is available, these books are available, so everybody gets one. So there are things to learn about ourselves, and these books do have lots of stuff that you can, help you understand a little bit more about your own psyche and your challenges, relationship, or what are these transient thoughts that comes to your mind that you didn't invite them, what to do with them, what are they? That's a different book. These are all there. So it's great that you guys do it. Now, thank you very much for being here, guys. I'm delighted that I've had a chance to spend another hour with you. And tomorrow I have another talk, hopefully at the Amazing Things in the World Facebook page. And they have a reach of 5 million people, and that is our Sunday talk. And you can join us there, or next week, again, same time, the same place, and look forward to see you all. Hope you'll have a wonderful week. Love you all. Take good care of yourselves and the others. Bye for now.